Okay, this has came out of left field. I'm sure many of you are going to be watching this at a later date. A new Xenoblade Chronicles 3 trailer has just dropped, and we're going to be going through and having a quick first look at the trailer. I've already watched it through once, and it's really, 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 really good so far. So, yeah. This is going to be a very interesting time. It should be very fun. New Xenoblade Chronicles 3 trailer breakdown. I'm well aware that probably many of you won't be able to make the stream because you'll probably be busy doing other things, and I don't tend to upload things along the lines of this. But yeah, we're going to be just going through in a moment. And New Xenoblade Chronicles 3 trailer breakdown. See if we've got anybody in the chat so far. Hello, Ethan. Great, currently joining you live from work. July, like what? I'm physically shaking out of feelings for your new trailer. I wasn't completely certain on the facts, but yeah. For anyone who hasn't seen it, though, I'll play it through now so you can get an idea of what we're looking at. It is freaking amazing.
There you are.
I'll move the webcam as well.
Monsters.
Cut it out! We're your friends here! Did they order you to destroy Ouroboros too?
The world, our enemy.
Even though we're being chased by both nations at once.
There's a reason we met. There has to be.
That's why.
Let's go!
Come here! I got something for you! What is that thing?
You've got a real death wish.
Now, kids, you share a common destiny.
I felt her thoughts. There were so many. And then they were a part of me.
How are you inside me? Hold on. Are we?
There's spark in me yet.
Hang in there, you're a guest.
Come here! Noah!
Mimi!
Let's get stuck in!
Yeah, will do.
So you can take that form via a strong desire or emotion.
Way out of your league.
Henceforth, all orders are rescinded. Eliminate Ouroboros at all costs.
That is my revenge. It's payback for Nimue dying with her wish unfulfilled.
It's a wild ride, this passage of fate. We got ourselves a nice little awakening.
Why is my name on here?
My way demands we fight. Come then, and test your mettle against my lance.
Nanana, help with fighting!
I've never used this kind of blade before. But all the techniques I can use with it are flashing before my eyes.
The only thing that can change all this is the will of Ouroboros. You kids, and you alone.
Not that I have all that much time to spare, but soon.
Finding a path that lets us all live. I will make that my mission.
There you are. Monsters!
Damn, I'm muted. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? God damn it. I was only analysing the bits and pieces, just laughing at the text that was coming through. Dude, I need to get better at this streaming stuff. This looks insane. But we'll get the first look at Rico and Manana, who are going to be in the party. So we're getting 2 Nop on this time. I'm back, boys. Yes, I'm back. I forgot to turn myself off mute because I'm dumb. I'm a dumbo. But yeah, we get another look at the mech. One thing that I've sort of just picked up on watching this another time, and I saw this the first time, I think that might just be either a plant or something, but just to point out is this, like we've seen it many times before, we've seen that they've always only been half full. I'm going to point something out with this in a little bit, which I've already spotted, but we get to see this amazing mech. Lands with his giant sword and everyone wielding their weapons as she approaches with Morag-style dual whips. Interestingly enough, kind of like Phantasm things. She's only got one eye, so I'm wondering if this is why. If she's being corrupted by the real enemy, then that's likely why she can see us like this. Interestingly enough, Riku and Manana aren't being affected, but we're all like that Phantasm form, or possibly even the Fog King form, which is interesting. Okay, and then we get to see a first look at this giant mech. We get another look at this guy. Is this a new race? So I'm pretty sure this is the same race as... It looks very similar race to Lance. So I'm curious. I'm wondering if Lance is actually a different new race and they're not the Machina. But very, very neat so far. We'll get some probably confirmation. He's got his eye red as well. So I reckon this guy and that other girl are probably sisters, and as we've just seen through the trailer, they'll likely fuse as well and turn into the big monster rude thingy-maboboo. More mechs, which are chasing after us. So yep, they're both being chased by both nations at once, so like I thought, they're both going to be under attack by both sides. He does look a bit like Maynard, actually, yeah. And then running through... And then the music starts, and we get our first look at gameplay! So, okay. You know when I said that potentially there's going to be more party members and such? 6! So we've got Noah, Mio, Uni, Tyon, Lance, and Senna out on the side. And I don't see Riku and Manana at the moment. But so Fusion is ZR, which is obviously where they're going to fuse. I imagine... Oh, can we control... So are we controlling 2 people at once? Or this might more be like Torna's gameplay style. There's a few things that aren't in the trailer from the website. The thing they turn into are Ouroboros. Right. Okay, so that's what Ouroboros is. Yep. You can change their class. You can befriend people to use in battle. So many people on the field. Excited for them to be shouting. We do. Yes, there's going to be lots of shouting. You've also got the different stanzas. So, like, we kind of already sort of knew that you were going to be an offense and you offense. We speculated that Mio and Lance were going to be tanks and you 2 supports. These icons, I believe, support that. We've got an EXP bar. We've got the HP bar. The graphics actually look quite nice for now. You've got Kiva's Trooper, which I think is one of these giant mechs that we're targeting at the moment. Can, of course, see the Ouroboros symbols inside of all of them. We have chain attacks returning, of course. Chain attacks are, of course, going to return. And I think this, if this is a monster counter, to count how many monsters were actually in battle. That's going to be very handy, actually. I think that'll be very useful to be able to see how many people are in battle at once. I'm also curious, though, with these two have got, and Senna have got a third bar in terms of the portraits on this side of the screen. So, obviously, one's going to be HP, one's going to be EXP. I guess one of them could be AP, but I just think it's a little strange that Senna, Mio, and Noah are near completion, and these two aren't. So I wonder if that's going to have any influence over that. Just learned of the trailer. What the very much so. This just came out of nowhere. Yeah, so you've got the Kivas trooper there, you've got another one there, and you've got one of these mechs, which is really cool. Some other enemy up in the top there, and another one there. Oh, that was one thing that I absolutely adored. It's so annoying. I was going to do my I was literally starting again on my improvements, and I mentioned about dodging. So you've got a really cool, awesome evasion dodge thing. A thing with the weapon as well that we're going to go interlock is on the... Yeah, I mean, that says level, though, because you've got fusion here for ZR, which is slightly hidden behind chat, but that says fusion there. Then you've got what I believe is your specials, which is Overclock Buster, which does I'm assuming with the dazed up, does extra damage when they're dazed. And then I believe these are your arts. So it's very much Xenoblade Chronicles 2 style. But then these look almost like talent arts, and ZL you've got tactics as well, which is probably fusion. I'd imagine the ZR's fusion. I don't know whether the interlink will be. Maybe your interlink is actually saying that you can use it, but you press ZR to perform it. When the other thing I knew something was coming. I had a feeling, I wasn't certain on it, but I had a feeling. So you've got auto attacks. You actually get the things with mist. It appears to say what buffs you've got effective, and the damage appears. Probably going to be an unpopular opinion. I'm not a super fan of this font, actually. I don't know. I feel like I've just missed a lot of it. You've got Heavy Brog. You've got what could be Rotbard in the background. Really nice looking area. This looks very... I mean, that looks very reminiscent of Gormott. So this might be under where like the Gormott Titans resting. These are all stacked the same way. You can also see buffs here on the side. Interlink isn't currently up. Chain attack bar, so that's your chain attack meter. Interesting. So they've moved chain attacks from being in the top left, put your health bars there and put this on the right side. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but there looks like Torna. Looks a little bit like Torna. I just get more Gormott vibe. I even get a bit of Silverland vibes from that, actually. But yes, 7 characters chain attack. Yeah. We've got the damage here. We're only level 21 at the moment, so this is pretty early in the game, and you can have all of the party members out at once. And then specials are returning, clearly. That's your topple. Ooh. Okay. I like how they're doing this debuff meter, because you're going to be able to get a really good idea of when break, how much time you've got for topple, and then how much time you've got for days. The specials are back, and then we've got the first look at Ouroboros. And this is, of course, the scene where the party first meet. And yeah, this is possibly who Lance was referring to, or that voice line. Launch Smash probably as well. Possibly. I mean, you never had Launch and Smash in... No, you never had Days in Xenoblade 2. So the fact that we've got Days, maybe not, but we'll see. If it's in there, then maybe. I haven't looked that closely yet. These guys look really cool. And really creepy. So kind of using... Okay, interesting weapon. Poor Senna. Dude. Yeah, Yeah, and so we've got Fandom coming. Yo, Xenoblade releasing 2 days after my birthday. Yo, I don't get... all of the plans I had for videos out of the window now because it's releasing in July instead of September. Which is only a good thing, but still.
You share a common
okay.
destiny.
So this is where...
I felt her...
So they've got the same thing with their eyes. Because each one of them has got their eyes actually light up, so... I wonder if there's some sort of thing in the game where two people are meant to be together in one way or another. Because I wouldn't... So the question is, if only certain characters are supposed to be together. Can we talk about how good the music is? The music is incredible, but there's a lot more than just the for me, there's a lot more than just the music in this trailer. It's going to be... I'll be listening to the OST when that's released officially. Every day, all day, just passively. Because this is... Yeah. I thought there were so many... There's a lot of clips. I wonder if these are things we're going to have seen in the game, or these are just going to be bits and pieces. And then this is the Noah and Mio Ouroboros form, the fusion. So then we get the first look now. Hang on, I just want to check this interlink when they're starting the combat. So interlink's actually still at level 0. So are these going to be the arts that activate when you fuse? So ZR should be the button that's clicked. Phantom Slash interlink level 3. Okay, interlink's still level 1, but now there's a meter on it. So now that they're interlinked... Right, that's why they're stacked like so. Because Noah and Mio can combine. And interesting... Is this a health bar? I don't know if this would actually be a health bar. That more looks like, I imagine, something to do with interlink. Level 3 break all, that's pretty good. AoE and null guard, and high crit rate on unison strike. Interesting. That's unison strike, I believe, the art. Okay, so this is how these two, I think, are going to first do it. So these are the tanky tanks? They're not both tanks.
So you can take that form via a strong desire or emotion.
Okay, this is a cool form. All three are really cool. Are really cool looking. And you just got Riku on the bottom. Xenoblade's just the opposite of Zelda, lol. It's so badass to release the game earlier than all the other games are delaying. Yep. Get in the robots, Mio. I'm never going to get my video out at this point. I was working on a video actually at the same time. I was literally going to finish recording it when I've just sat down, saw that Alex had tweeted about it, had a look and then thought, oh, for fuck's sake. I was so... Good stress came out, so... Okay, interlink level 1, and the bar is much higher. So, I wonder if this bar is in direct relation to as this goes up. But the fact that this doesn't appear to be a health bar makes me wonder... Oh, there's a timer. Is there a time limit on it? I mean, 2 minutes is a long time. For 2 minutes is a very long time to have like a special form like this. So I'm wondering if that's to do with something else in the fight. Interlink level 3 Dazzle, AoE area heal on hit, AoE accuracy down evade. The bar says warning, maybe it's a heat level or something. Yeah, the enemy health bar looks cool. The enemy health bar does look cool. This is a unique monster with the wings on the side. So this is the unique monster. Can't actually tell what kind of monster it is at the moment because of the art that's been performed, but we might see it in a moment. Did I see Noah in Tyon's outfit with his weapon? Yes, she did. We're going to get to that in a little bit. Still got setting. These are only level 32. And nobody has this bar full. I'm wondering if, you know that third bar? you've probably got to fill that third bar up to be able to do this, to perform it. The question is how you get each character to actually level up that bar. There's probably going to be certain requirements that you've got to build up to do so. But that's pretty cool. And then this is the lands one. Yeah, so this is level 2, but look how high it is. But you've still got a warning and there's no time limit. So it's the time limit is not tied to this, but you've still got specials even in this form. Level 33, still all of them. And again, that bottom bar, I imagine it's going to be this bottom bar which you've got to fill. Because you can kind of see it there. You could see it a lot easier. Oops. Before here. You can see those bars there. So I reckon it's got something to do with that. Specials are looking really cool again. There's no... I hope that there are button prompts. Because that's one of the things with Xenoblade. You could argue Xenoblade Chronicles 2's combat isn't very intuitive if you just let the game play itself when you activate specials. I always really enjoyed having to do like the special meters and to learn the patterns. So I get from a trailer perspective why it's not in the trailer, but I do hope we've got to actually do the QTs and the quick time events. Imagine if it's overheating, my fusion's getting hotter. I'm gonna cool off. We're gonna get Charlotte references, are we? I'm gonna go blind before I can see the third bar, lol. And then we get young Noah, who, or it looks like young Noah, in what looks like a very modernish style Homs city, because it looks like there's lots of Homs. Very interesting clothing. This looks a lot more modern than what we've seen previously from like Xenoblade 1 or 2. Especially with like how the buildings are constructed and the clothing and outfits that everyone's wearing. And of course, I'm completely ignoring the big bit, which is we can see Earth, or what I presume is Earth on the top. So this is either, I mean, this could be the same wood. I imagine this is a dream, considering that everything is frozen. I wonder what this is. I'm going to turn off captions for now. We can go back and look at the voice lines in a moment. So I brought this up earlier to keep an eye on it. This is one of these orb thingies, which has both sides full. Kind of looks like Ion, actually, to a certain extent. We've got the lady in front. I'm pretty confident this is now... I want to say this is Malia with the tech, but actually I still can't be certain. I imagine it still is. Feels like Attack on Titan for me. I get a bit of those vibes, definitely.
Eliminate Ouroboros.
Nice close-up of Tyon. Uni being best girl. Diving out of the way. This is going to be the scene, isn't it, where the blade clock, it's about to blow. That looks like the world ended. Malia's weapon and future connected. Yeah, it does. That's what I was trying to compare it to. Play again until it comes to that scene. With the blue lights, it does look very similar to the world ender. But I don't remember the world ender having all this fancy stuff. So it probably isn't the exact same. Tyon gets saved by best girl as this blows up. Okay, so there's going to be something in that. We can also see the mark on his hand as well, so people were right that it was on the palm of his hand.
That is my revenge.
I don't actually remember seeing Nia. That's why it's such a short scene. I didn't even compute that we get to see Nia, or whoever this is behind the mask. I think it's Nia, so I'm going to refer to as Nia. The gameplay looks even more complex than 2. Tutorial needs to come in clutch, LMAO. Hopefully it's a better tutorial than Xenoblade X, because that game is complicated, and there is no... People complain about Xenoblade 2. Try Xenoblade X with no tutorials. Try and figure that out on yourself. Interesting mech. Is this one of those? I think that might have been one of those ones that has the wheel on the bottom. And also interesting weapon style. They kind of look like twin rings, but you can see his hand there holding them. So interesting style. I wish that was me. Something's going off. Is she a blade? I think she's a blade. She's got a ice horn out of her head and a second one there, and her arm is made out of ice. So is she a blade? And looks like the Agnes clothes. We get another look at Mr. Evil Guy, who's really, really cool. Interesting to see the thing in his chest as well. Now, obviously, he's going to be in Ouroboros, but the question is who? Is he in Ouroboros? Or really the way the Agnes tech looks. Agreed. Another lady here. So we might. I mean, I've speculated like this for a while. I think we're going to get some more party members. So this could be another party member, and we might be able to. They might come in pairs. No, this is really bad because I made the stream the other day about the art that came out. I was like, no, I don't think they're going to be in pairs. I think that's just coincidence. No, they're going to be in pairs, aren't they? That's why. This is some really interesting art. The weapon looks really cool. The character looks really cool. It does look quite a bit like Genshin. God's son. You can see some extra party members in a future scene. Yeah, possibly. Right, wait, new trailer. Yeah, there's a new trailer, Prezian. Yep, welcome to catching up. We've got the samurai set. So this was literally the sheath. And he's got a special sword, which... I feel like I've seen that sword somewhere before. But then he gets the bloody mecha arm. Like... Yeah. Uni looking straight down into something.
Why is my name on here?
Why? So why's my name on here? Like, I don't know what she's staring at, but that's very interesting. And she looks. This is supposed to be obviously a very tragic thing for her. It looks a bit like Jin's blade, but it's got the ring in the middle. It's actually got a hollow circle. So that's almost like. It's almost like an actual Monado. Like, you could have small symbols in there, so it could act like that. Real men need no laser sword. That's a good point, though. So we can use the sheath of the blade as a sword, and he can just, in general, fight. That's really interesting, actually. And I mean, I know we've seen combat. We've not necessarily seen all the bits and pieces, so there might be something like that. But we'll have a look. Big shield saved by whatever robot this is. He's got a little circle here being protected by a big face mechon. Or mech or whatever it is. Saving... Okay, so he's... No. So the other people before weren't the same race as Lands. This is the same race as Lands. This could be... a machina, and he looks interesting with the big stuff on his back.
My way, man.
And then we get to see some others. This looks really cool.
Come then.
Oh, these mechs. Whoa. Are those aren't fusions. Those are actual mechs. So this is the Agnes side with a fire. What I believe will be a Fireblade person.
Come then.
I'm trying to get a good screenshot. And that's an actual Kivas mech. Holy...
And test your mettle against...
Versus this lady who wields some sort of sword.
And test your mettle against...
I'm getting quite a few Fire Emblem vibes as well, but yeah. Really big slash by the Mechon lady. Manana doing this with a party in the background. I can't really see what she's doing that on. They look almost like the mini Machina. Evil Mithra looking gal. She does look a bit like Mithra, actually. Do you think Xenoblade X is taking place in the same universe at the same time as Xenoblade 3, but different planets? Is possible we might see a new Summer Federation if it turns out to be true. Possibly. I mean, I've said my thoughts on what I think. I'm hoping Ionis is going to be the start of this. But yeah, holy moly. But Manana doing the spinny spin. Riku and Manana are party members, but interestingly enough, they are not a fusion pair. Because these two pair, these two will pair, these two will pair, but there's no one for them to pair with. Like, if they were both separate party members, then yeah, they could fuse and create a giant Nopon fusion thingy. They are level 33 at this point. So, level 32, we had nobody here. Potentially around that part in the story, around level 30, level 35, you'll actually meet and join up with these. Which we'll see. I mean, they've got the afro, they've got the fro. He's got a gun, she's got that weird spinny thing. We're playing as Uni, who has Mesopic Screen, Group Heal, so AoE Healer, Power Ring, Healing Ring. So there were circles around the party members. There were circles around the party members when they were in combat before, but you can obviously move out of that because we saw that with Noah earlier. But I also don't see where any of the party members actually are, because it almost looks as if Uni's fighting this on her own. But I'm pretty. Is she losing it? No. Yeah, no. Lance and Mio are losing a tiny bit of health, so they're somewhere. These also look to be a power type, because they've got the attack, defense, and then what I imagine is healer. So I would assume not on ice climbers. the real reason these aren't being added to Smash. Yeah, they are both one character. Tactics might be Xenoblade 1 gameplay. I don't think so. I think tactics would more be like, you know, when you can command your party members to do bits and pieces like follow me, engage the enemy, so and so. That's what I imagine tactics would be. There's a subtitle. I mean, I can click subtitles like that and get certain subtitles on, but they're not. They're obviously Google generated ones. If there is one, is my hang on. Is my Discord link still in? No. Hang on. If you want to send it to my server, one moment, on Discord, and if there's a subtitle version, then we'll get the actual version of it. Just one moment for me to update the description and put it in there so you can link it. Discord. Got to do everything properly because I'm a proper person. Oh! And I'm a proper person, so I need to capitalize properly because, yeah. Okay, that should save an update. If you now refresh the stream and if you've got a link to the subtitled version, then feel free to link that in my Discord and just ping me. And after we've gone through this, I want to have a look at the voice lines anyway, so we can have a look at that. Reminds me of how you can control the actions of Kingdom Hearts characters. Yeah, the UK one. Tactics basically soul voices from Xenoblade X. Could be. Soul voices are a big thing. The UK trailer is proper captions. I'll go through the UK one then in a moment. So more combat. There we go. Xeon is another party member. We don't get to see Riku and Manana, so I'm wondering if this is Max of who we've full up with. But we've got Xeon, who is another tank. We are playing as Lance. No, playing as Noah. Okay. Xeon's there with what appears to be a sword. It's a bit hard to see. I'm curious what these are. Like, obviously Interlink is forming the link between both of them. But what are these arts or skills? I don't know. But that's interesting enough. Ether defense down. We're fighting these Blants again, so these are an enemy returning from Xenoblade 2. Ah, no, we're Lands. So this is yeah, so this is actually something which we're able to do. Lance has got that attack symbol now, and Noah's got the defense symbol. We're playing as Lance with Noah's weapons and outfit. is attacking one scene and then she's tanking another. Yeah, she's tank here as well, isn't she? Yep. Mio's also been changed. So Mio, yeah, so that's Noah with Lanza's weapon. Senna's there with the twin rings. I can't see Mio at the moment with the hammer. Is that her? Yep, that's Mio in the background. So you can change each character's weapons, outfits, and probably playstyle as well. Which is nice, actually, because if you really like Lanza's playstyle, for instance, in his interlink form, but you don't like playing as a tank or playing as his role, then you can swap him with presumably Noah's weapon and play the offensive role, which you may enjoy more, and play through that. So I think it's going to be quite a bit like Xenoblade 2. You know how you've got your different weapons and you can level up your different arts? I think it's going to be very similar to that. So that you're going to have basically all of the different types of weapons that you can select and choose and play through. I'm sure in cutscenes everything will work. I'm also just noticing, so anyone can hold the Monado, basically. I'm also just noticing, those are wings. This is Uni in Tyon's outfit. So both Uni and Tyon have switched, because Tyon's there. So this is Uni wielding Monda. I hope this outfit's like Xenoblade Chronicles 1. This actually, to a certain extent, makes me think that there won't be, considering the fact that they might have just done this for trailer purposes, but it could be a case where if you swap weapons, they also automatically swap the outfits as well. So then we've got Noah with the hammer, with Senna's giant hammer. We've got the other Machina, I assume he's a Machina boy. Valdi is his name, level 23. He is, you've got then again Tyon with the staff, with the gunland. Valdi is a support, which makes quite a bit of sense, actually. The versatility here far surpasses the first two parts. Yeah, agreed. There's a lot. So the bad AI isn't nearly as bad, hopefully, so anyone can hold them. No, there you go. I want to just see that scene again. So, is that Ouroboros?
I've never used this kind of blade.
That's. Don't get me wrong, it's not exactly Ouroboros, but that looks very similar to Ouroboros. So maybe this is a recreation of Ouroboros. Gentek's of course ready, which is what they're about to use now. Okay. Interlink is at level 2. And they aren't interlinked, but they have fusion available. So my idea of how that worked isn't right. Okay, you've got who's wielding? That's Mio wielding Lanza's weapon. That's Lanz wielding that. Yeah, it looks like it. So we've got chain attack. We've got Noah as Tyon with all of the rest. So Riku's, Lanz, Mia. No, that's Uni. Sorry, Mio, Tyon, Senna. And it looks like you can just select which person goes at what point. TP. Okay. TP was a thing in Xenoblade X. Okay, so my prediction on combat a few days ago was way off. Yeah. I don't think anyone would have got this. TP is tactical points. Okay. Attacks completion bonus. Attacks during chain attack gain 70% chance to bypass defense. So what does... So it looks like there's challenges. I guess you could kill 55 metal faces with that 7 character chain attack, probably. I'm hanging onto your mouth trying to figure out what's going on. Okay. You've obviously got Noah, who in this point in time is playing as support as the Tyon build. The 2 defenses, you're playing as support, and then 2 offenses. So activating a chain attack, you get 150% damage. I imagine that'll go up, scale up like it does in 2. I thought for a moment that said Alvis. Avis. So they've named these mechs Avises. You're done! Okay. So you get so much TP, 33, full health TP, bonus TP, 1, no block TP, increased effect TP, full health TP, tactical points 50%. Okay, so do you have to get a certain amount of tactical points to fill this up? Brave Assault, and you've got what looks like a special with Mondo. We get Vandam with this. He looks more like, you know, Rey from Star Wars, how she's a scavenger. He looks very much like that, but he's beating something down, as we'll see in a moment. One of these pads which seems to have something. Nice clip of the party. This is also another thing. All these weapons seem to function like blade weapons. We see now with Tyon's weapon and clothes, so our customizable characters are customizable clothes back, or is it just switching between the main character's clothes? You also changed weapons. So currently, if I had to guess, because that's all I can do, I can only give my perspective and guess. It looks like when you change weapons, you also change outfits. Or, for trailer purposes, when they've changed weapons and classes, they've changed their outfits to match the character that it originates from to make it more obvious and clear. Interestingly, though, is it's not limited to male. Normally, it's limited to like male and female, but you've seen Tyon wearing Uni's gear and vice versa. Vice versa is the easiest thing I can say. And considering that it's gender neutral, I'd guess it's more tied into weapons than actually being fashion gear cosmetics. Although that doesn't rule out the fact that fashion gear cosmetics are in this game. But I don't know. Also, did Noah call Tyon's weapon a blade? I haven't heard him do that, but I need to go through the subtitled version anyway. But they create their weapons as if they're all blade weapons. Even Lance creates it there as if it's a blade weapon. Okay, Mia's actually holding Senna's hammer in this scene. So maybe there is something that'll affect cutscenes, and you can have all the characters wielding whatever. All the Kivas seem to be wielding the right weapons. You've got your normal Lance. I hope it's for the trailer. Tyon wearing Uni's clothes is cursing up as it is. You've got Riku, Senna there, who I can't see the twin rings yet. Manana with what looks like a shield. Oh no, she's got the hammer. Oh, Mio does have twin rings. They must have just been hidden behind the giant hammer. Yeah, she has got them. It just looked like from where I'd paused it that it was Mio wielding it. But yeah, you can see that they're all created via this matter thing, even the thing on Tyon's arm. Yeah, in X there were male and female versions of clothing, including for characters, I believe. So a male character could wear male versions of Elben's armor. Yeah, but the armor changed depending on whether you were male or female. You couldn't have a male character wearing female armor in any sense of the imagination where you can here, which also probably lets us explain why the outfits are a bit more tame, considering, I mean, you're going to be able to put Lance in a skirt, probably. So, there'll be some entertaining things we can do with it. You've got your gun, Manana's got a shield, Senna has her giant hammer, you've got the sword and then twin rings. Nice picture of them charging. Then you've got two of the, well, the third one was also there as well. A book which I cannot read. Can't read any of it. But I know there's a big thing with this. I want to see Noah in a skirt. And then we've got the clip that I've taken for the thumbnail, the nice smile, and Sator Marsh confirmed, basically, or I think it looks like it to me. This is also when they first met, so there's something going on here. Melly and Nia chasing after the group because they're jealous that they don't have a partner. I don't know. This looks like Sator Marsh to me, with how the things shine up into the sky. But yeah, we've got the symbol again, we've got this version of the logo again. Stupid early release date, and we've got this awesome. Okay, this is good news. I think we're going to get some more artwork for all of the characters, which is good. We've got also what the cover's going to look like. So it's going to be the image that was leaked the other day. And we have Mio's concept art, where we get the smiles and bits and pieces. This is awesome. Ooh! This isn't... I mean... I can do this for you. Let me... Hang on, I'm just going to make it much bigger. Why can't I... Hang on, okay. I'm going to have a pain in the backside making this smaller in a moment. Let's go a bit bigger. No, I've lost it. Hang on. I've lost it. There we go. So that's Mio. That was Mio's concept art. So she was initially going to have a full dress, but I wonder if that's when they decided, or some point before that after that, sorry, they decided that outfits were going to have to be gender neutral to a certain extent because everyone was going to be able to wear it. I'm guessing that the Ouroboros will be able to fly. I haven't even considered if you can use Ouroboros in the overworld. Yeah. That'd be cool if you can actually activate Ouroboros in the overworld and use that to travel and navigate the areas and explore. That'd be really cool. What are the symbols on the right? What, the right of the book? Here. I don't know and cannot read it. If we had a better image, then I have Google Translate on my phone and I could attempt to translate it. But yeah, I don't know. I really like this concept art. It makes it look a lot younger though than what they initially might have planned. Looks like some made up language. Agreed. But let me just put it back to normal. And then yeah, the trailer just goes like so. So I should have now, hang on. Video suggestions, thank you very much. To the UK version, which has official subtitles.
There you are.
Oh no, it has actual subtitles in...
You monsters!
Oh, I have seen this. This is actually the version I first watched. So for whatever reason, I clicked on the other one. So yeah, so let's have a look at the dialogue. So there you are, you monsters.
You monsters!
Is that her that's saying? It does sound a bit like her. But I'm curious if it's someone else. So they're rushing forwards. That's Lance, isn't it? Lance has got a very interesting voice.
Did they order you to destroy Ouroboros too?
That sounds like Adam. That really sounds like Adam.
Your friends here. Did they order you to destroy Ouroboros too?
Or to me, that sounds like Ouroboros. Later, Jared, thanks for popping over. Is that Poppy QT Pie over there? Where are we looking? Over here? No, I don't think...
We're your friends here.
I don't think so. Actually, this is the same lady. You know, when the actual mechs show up and they were fighting against the fire person, that's the same... This is the same lady, isn't it? Or it looks like it to me. Melee and Nia will be saved from themselves. Very Attack on Titan vibes.
Did they order you to destroy Ouroboros too?
No Tyrea so far. The world are enemy, even though being chased. Yeah.
There's a reason we met. There has to be.
So Noah being optimistic. And the music. Got the dodging, which I was calling dynamic dodging in my video, but yeah. I love these specials. Nice days.
What is that thing?
You've got a real death wish.
His voice is awesome. Probably brainwashed.
Now, kids,
Vandam.
you share a common destiny.
Okay.
I felt her thoughts. There were so many. And then they were a part of me.
How are you inside me? Hold on. Are we?
The kind of how singing this. Still pretty cool. Oh, he's got two swords. Ah, that's nice. Okay. So this is one thing. So in this scene, Noah's obviously in danger. This is presumably the first time when these two fuse together. Noah is in danger, but who the hell is Mimi? And that fusion blade really blew my mind. On second thought, I can stick around. Yeah, potentially, I can see it being the sort of cutesy thing that Senna would call Manana. Or Mio, yeah, Mio nickname. Because she's supposed to be like his younger sister, and that would make sense. Mimi equals Mio was surprising trailers, a lot to unpack here. I'm assuming it's Mio's nickname, Mimi lol. She sees Mio as an older sister. Yeah. Back of their mech reminds me of Ellie's gear from Xenogears. I need to play Xenogears as some form of mech combat is coming back. Yeah, you've got some level of it. This is the first time they fuse, presumably.
So you can take that form via a strong desire or emotion.
So there's going to be some limit, presumably, to when they take this form. Fun fact, this trailer released at 3 PM. At exactly 3 PM. It didn't for me, because it's 3:15 now, and I've been streaming this for the last 52 minutes. So for me, it hasn't. Dude, we just typed the same word at the same time. Oh, they're fighting an Ardun in that scene.
Emotion.
An Ardun there. Actually, the bar was going up there, so let's see if we can see if the bar goes up by the time of the hits. No, doesn't really sound like it. No, it's still just going up. So maybe maybe that's your time limit.
Henceforth, all orders are rescinded. Eliminate Ouroboros at all costs.
All orders are rescinded. I mean, I assume that means coming back. I'm not very good with fancy words. Let's just rescinded. Yeah, revoke, cancel, or repeal is the definition for rescinded. It's actually past tense, but that's the sort of thing that you'd expect Melia to do because she's fancy and posh with a voice. Inside me, meme will rise. Maybe Ouroboros is the name of the fused forms. Yeah, I believe so. I believe that's the idea, that when they're fused, that's an Ouroboros. Which Ouroboros means infinite life, so potentially that's something to do with it. It was 2 PM in UK time. Yeah, I believe it was. Fusions might be timed but have infinite HP. That'd make sense. So you'd actually be able to use that really tactically if you're about to die to actually do it. I find it interesting that the mechs aren't that large, all things considered. There are some big ones. I think the main units that we're going to see through the game aren't massive, but there are some big ones. Isn't that Earth in the background? I believe so. It looks like Earth is a Xenoblade 2 version of Earth, but I cannot... I mean, you can't really see enough to actually confirm, but that's what I would guess. I want to play a fusion. So if we get all orders, kill Ouroboros. Literally said, or like 2, the fusion could be a good gameplay element in that way. Yeah.
All orders are rescinded. Eliminate.
So Melia wants Ouroboros gone at all costs.
That is my revenge.
Revenge? Hang on.
At all costs.
That is my revenge.
Okay, Tyon's gonna have an interesting story. Tyon wants revenge for something. Yeah, I get that sort of style, but I do really like the design. Characters do look. I see a lot of Fire Emblem similarities as well. This is really interesting. This is his revenge. What does Tyon want revenge for? First image of Nia. It's payback for Nemu dying with a wish unfulfilled. Is this Nemu? I don't know. We'll probably hear about who Nemu is as well. I just saw the trailer. Oh my god, this will be epic. Even Tyon gets emotional too. Yeah, well, I didn't think Tyon was going to be an emotionless freak. I just thought he was going to be a bit colder, a bit more collected, basically. But that makes sense. So Ouroboros is heroic cool. Yeah, I can see, see looking like that. She's really cool. I really like the look of her. Payback for Nemu dying. Is this Nemu?
It's a wild ride, this passage of fate.
I actually quite like that line from him. He looks... Okay, this Ouroboros form looks incredible. It looks like other characters in the past made Ouroboros connections too. Yeah. Mio said butterfly blade in the trailer. Did y'all notice that? Japanese site of new images. Japanese site of new images. Let's happy. Let's have a quick look, because I imagine I can go straight through the Twitter. We'll continue on in a moment. I'm just going to load it. That's the collector's edition that's going through at the moment. Where is it? 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 That one. And is there anything on the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 page? Has that been updated? Yes, to battle. So we'll have a read of that in a moment. Does not look like there are any more screenshots. Where's the... That's the Japanese version. There's also another page I'm well aware for Japanese Xenoblade Chronicles 3 website. But I'll find that in a moment. I don't think that's the right page, but I'll find that one in a moment. It's a wild ride, this passage of fate. Okay, Twitter time. Will the Monado Unsheathed be Noah's exclusive, or is that just part of the class? We'll have to see. What if the young Noah scene is the ending of 1 in Colony 9? Oh, and also the beginning of 3. Did he know Shulk? I mean, I will be extremely surprised if Adam Howden isn't in this game. Whether Shulk's going to be in the game in his entirety or not, I don't think so. But I would be very surprised if he doesn't make some form of appearance. While saving a level of purpose, I'm site is updated and a site is still not. RIP. Look like I gotta get moving to finish Colony 9 side quest. He didn't show up in Xenoblade Chronicles 1 ending, and I doubt they'd let something like that slide. Is Nia having 2 colour of hair at 147? Maybe. I mean, I'm going to sound super ironic when I say that this could be lighting because of all the uni image isn't lighting, but no, this actually does look like it is actually there. Yeah. But I'm interested with what's going on at the bottom. If it was all of this, I would make the argument it is... No, that's your lighting. That's your lighting shade of colour. I think something is going on with her hair. What if Rex and Pyra did a fusion? Well, we'll see, maybe. But yeah, Wild Ride this pass. That sounds like something Shul could say, or Elvis, or like ironically say it's a Wild Ride this Passage of Fate. I think this guy's going to have some connection to Xenoblade 1. Because that just really stands out to me. And they've even highlighted it. Do you think Cosmos will return and tell us as well? Not in terms of the actual in-game, but they could return as playable characters DLC or something. I think they'll have some... I'd like to see something. But they come from the same world. They might not be able to... Yeah, that's a line.
This passage of fate, we got ourselves
cool girl.
a nice little awakening.
This sword is neat. I can't get the pause right for this. When it's completed, I just can't get it. We got ourselves a nice little awakening. Who says that?
This passage of fate, we got ourselves...
So that's the same monster guy that says that. So probably could be referring to us, probably. The final boss is going to be a fusion of Klaus and Galeal. Gaelgar confirmed. No. let's not jinx it. That character could definitely be the fusion of two characters we know from the Xenoblade 1 or 2. Agreed. The Rex and Pyra fusion are just not on. What do you mean? I don't know what to think of the sword. The gauntlet's really cool.
Why is my name on here?
Yeah, so there are big mechs like this guy here. Like, this is huge, and this is... Is this Colony 9? So you... Hang on, you've got the sword there. That sword's real. I've seen that sword somewhere. I swear I've seen it with the big base of that hilt. Or I've seen something very similar. She's staring at something that's going into her eyes. That almost looks like...
Passage of fate, we got
So I don't think this voice line fits with this scene. Because is this a Telethia? That looks like a Telethia's tail, and even here looks a bit like a Telethia in her eyes, like reflecting out of her eyes. Use and to go by frame. I did not know that was a thing. Thank you very much, Brian Song. I had no idea that was a thing on YouTube. God, now that I can do that, I can actually get high quality screenshots. Yeah. Gaelgar gonna find a new cliff in Ionis to eat off. Was that Colony 9 or the Odeon Racing Goal? Mart looks like Dunban's sort of context keepers and Spence. Could this be a Xenoblade X to left? Genuinely is what I'm thinking, is where I'm thinking this is going. You've got so you've got the kid. You've got the robot. But I'm just looking at, like, the area, the location, and how Colony 9 is sunk into that ground. I know it's not at the end of the trailer, is it? Not the trailer, at the end of the game. So this isn't Colony 9. Probably. But this could be somewhere like it. I saw Robot in the trailer. Yeah, I've seen Robot. New basically confirms fusion abilities. Apologies for spoilers.
Name on here.
Yeah.
My way demands we fight.
Then we got the mechs. These are really cool. These are really cool. My way demands we fight.
We fight. Come then, and test your mettle against my lance.
So that's the same girl, isn't it, from earlier? That's the same girl from earlier who had the red eye. So she's on the Kiva side of things. Under Melia. Big sword. Slicing through Agnes armor. Looks really cool. The Agnes mechs are also not connected. They're connected by what presumably is ether. Any teller here is hype. Looks like it could be the remains of the area where Colony 9 used to be. Yeah. Yeah, very possibly. And then you've got this awesome mech. That's majestic as hell. Manana help with fighting. Okay. I can't tell what these enemies are supposed to be. Like, is that a rat head? They've kind of got like wings. Go from the start, yeah. Watch that be 3 Tyraya. Maybe, and then Manana just does that. That was Miss Sopic's screen where she seems to bump it with the tip of the staff. I've never used this kind of blade before. Now the word blade is highlighted, so maybe that's actually referring to blade, but I don't know. It could just be referring to the fact that they've got a different type of weapon.
This kind of blade before.
Okay, this is the same area. So I think this is the same. This could be the same mech as what we saw a moment ago. So it's not Ouroboros. It's definitely at least a recreation of Ouroboros. But this is in the same location. Yeah, it kind of gives me Colony 6 vibes, actually. Are in one character slot here. Yeah, they both fill up for one character, so you don't get them as 2 separate characters. Are you going to be restricted to 222, set up for your main party, or can you go 6 support? I reckon... I don't know, because everything that we've seen so far has everybody in. So... we'll see. And how customizable are the guests? I wouldn't be surprised if we can still exchange the guest characters like Volda here, his weapons and kit for somebody else's, but we'll see. First put one attack and then destroy everything. Okay. But all the techniques I can use with it are flashing before my eyes.
Flashing before my eyes.
The only thing that can change all this is the will of Ouroboros.
So, kind of like what I actually predicted in my video, it sounds like Vandam is on the Ouroboros side, and that there might be more. I reckon there's going to be more to it. We've actually seen or heard nothing about Offseers in this, and I still reckon they're going to have a very big, prevalent role. Hello, David. But yeah. There's a lot we still don't know about the battle system we don't know. Agreed. It's fun to see Noah using Tyrion's weapon. I think that'll be really cool. Like, I don't know if I'll probably mess around with it a bit in game to start off with, but I think for the most part I'll probably stick to get to know the characters and their weapons and then mess with this later. And just think of like the customizable possibilities of what you can do with it. Especially if each character has different arts and abilities with each weapon compared to the owner of said weapon. So you could really get some flexibility. I just feel like the other Offseer in the first trailer is evil. Very possible.
You kids, and you alone.
Yep.
Not that I have all that much time to spare.
So... forget about that line in a moment, because I want to do that. This sounds like Vandam's on his deathbed. 250% damage.
Can change all this is the will of Ouroboros. You kids, and you alone.
That almost sounds... it's either he's on his deathbed, which means that Vandam may die again, or he's very old. Which he doesn't look at. Right? Random dying, you don't say. Didn't die in Xenoblade X. I can find it. I can find the link in a moment. Where is it? Here. He doesn't look that old. No, I'm here together. Ouroboros. Everybody together is Ouroboros. You know... can't read that. You know, for skills.
You
Exploration Online, it seems it's a class-based system. Mio's is called Zephyr, for example, so it probably has some level of mastery. Maybe it's X-class system, but everyone can class change. Something Rexwell Zeke would say when it comes to this fandom lookalike. Trying to promote that theory still, are you?
Not that I have all that much time to spare.
So, very interesting that Mio has this to say again. So there's something going off with Mio in terms of her lifespan. Time is also a concept which hasn't been brought up very much. So all those theories about clocks and such, I don't know, have a lot of these been debunked? Vandam didn't die in Xenoblade 1 either. No, but he nearly did multiple times. The man survived 2 or 3 close encounters. Like, he survived having the big ship thrown on him by Metalface, and he survived being on the sword when the Mechonis awakened. The man died nearly died so many times. Maybe he did die. Maybe he resurrected, but we just don't see it. Maybe Colonel Vanguard's going to be in this. Apparently, the site specified 7 in-battle party members, which is why the Nopon share a slot. Yeah, it might be a very complex story. Of course it's going to be a complex story. It's Xenoblade.
But soon, finding a path.
I reckon this is a book. Oh, that smile. Is this a book counting the amount of days she has until she passes on? That's going to be really sad. If that's the case. In case you were wondering, Xenoblade Chronicles 1 Vandam is Vanguard's Japanese name. Oh, yeah. I will protect this smile. Yeah, let me just get it with the eyes. No. Oh, that is so... Oh, that is such like a poster image. This is where the Mio fans will rise up. Maybe checkboxes. Today spoke to Noah. Today spoke to Lance. No, I reckon it's going to be days. Days time is relative in gameplay. Very true. Like, I don't think it's going to matter in terms of gameplay, but I think over the course of the story, Mio is going to have some amount of time left to live, survive, and potentially that'll be something that brings us over to Agnes and actually interact with Nia. Although it seems, from what we saw earlier in the trailer, that I think we'll have a lot more interactions with Melia compared to Nia.
Path that lets us all live.
Senna booty. Priorities, my dude. Might not be days, but certain periods of time. Possibly, I don't know. 7 also had a certain amount of time, but it never ran out. Yeah, so I don't think it actually will. Like, I don't think that Mio's going to die. This is so hype when we've just paused on this. These guys actually look really cool.
I will make that my mission.
And then the end of the trailer. Okay. I'll find the Japanese website in a moment, but let's have a little read. So, like in previous Xenoblade Chronicles games, battle starts by facing enemies directly in the overworld, with 6 characters in your party. You'll need to use each soldier's strength to your advantage, taking into account their position relative to the enemy, so same as before, basically. Characters you befriend on your adventure can also join you in battle, further increasing your strategic capabilities. So we'll be able to befriend and trust some people. And then we've got a nice screenshot here, a nice high quality screenshot of the HUD in combat. As you progress through Ionios, customize your party by changing characters' classes to better suit the situation at hand. If certain conditions are met during battle, each of the tag team pairs, Noah, Mio, Lance, and Senna, Uni, and Tyon, can combine into a giant form called Ouroboros. Each Ouroboros has its own powerful moveset, and deciding when to transform can be the key to winning a battle. And that is all the information we get. We do get some nice graphics here. The game looks really good. It looks like I made a video about the battle system predictions. It looks like he was spot on about having lots of guest characters. I know he made that video. I haven't watched it because it was so long. I should have done. I want to see a Melia / Ouroboros pair. That could be a thing. Like, the only thing that worries me currently is that Ouroboros, not Ouroboros, Ouroboros. They are actually called Ouroboros. Ouroboros. The only thing that worries me currently is we don't see a single point in the trailer where these characters aren't in the party. So I do hope we can take them out. Will Spearbreak actually be a break art this time? I might jinx it. Don't. Now people can't complain about the game looking bad. The game looks really good. This is, keep in mind that the trailer is going to be compressed through YouTube, so it doesn't look splendid here. But this is an actual screenshot taken, and these are always high quality. This is really nice to look at, actually. And this isn't going to be Gower playing, because I did just see somebody say that. This is absolutely going to be Gormott. But I say it's absolutely going to be Gormott. It's going to be close to where the Gormott Titan ended up, because that's absolutely part of the Gormott Titan. It's further back though. But yeah, I saw Noah do a dodge in one of the first battle shots. Correct. So it was something I also wanted to bring up about the combat in one of my videos. The improve. I have it recorded. I can show you the literal clip of it to prove it. But it was something I actually wanted. So yeah, so there is an actual evasion. Is it evasion dodge thing? It would be cool to go to parts of Gormott that aren't in Xenoblade 2. Yeah, I think that would make a lot of sense as well. Ouroboros is a serpent who bites his own tail equals Interlink's logo. Yeah. It also means immortal life and eternal reincarnation. So that's why I like my reincarnation theory, because that's what I thought Ouroboros was going to be, the system of the universe and the world. But it makes a lot more sense in this context with the form being called Ouroboros, considering the fact that, yeah, dodging the real Dark Souls starts there. Yeah. Well, okay, what button did he seem to press to activate a dodge? So he's just running. There's all these blue circles as well. I'm interested to know what these represent. And who, I mean, this one's obviously attached to Mio. But who is this one attached to? Is it attached to Senna? Is he? I think it's attached to Senna because we move out of it. I kind of want to see if HL is a thing in this game to see Nia's hometown. Oh, that'd be cool. Maybe the dodge is to allow auto attack cancelling from 2 while still having moving auto attacks. That'd be neat. Okay, so that's just activating, so all arts are now available. And we dodge about there. Okay, so don't see any impact on the HUD, but he loses his weapon whilst you dodge and it reappears until he activates an art. There's also no HUD, so potentially oh, I figured it out. I think. Have I figured it out? I may have figured it out. Yeah, this is an enemy counter though. That's neat. So you can count how many enemies are in battle. Maybe a stick. Lands and Mia both have shield icon at the left. No, that's Uni and Tyon. Or it might be earlier that they have a shield icon. Oh. Interesting. So it'd be easier to see on Senna because you've got the text at the bottom, but you can kind of see it with Noah. They have these buffs, and Lance doesn't have this buff. So Mio and Lance don't have this buff, but it's centered around them, I believe. When Senna moves out of the ring, which is now, she loses this defensive buff. To go through like so. There's no sight of appendages currently. But yeah, I mean leftmost. Yeah. But what it looks like is this is like a damage reduction circle. So whilst in this area of effect around your two tanks, you have damage reduction, and as you move out, the buff instantly disappears. See, I was initially thinking you had to be tied in and get certain bonuses, but no, this more just looks like it's a circle for providing your team with some form of protection from your tanks. So this could be how your tank blades mainly defend the party. By sticking close to them, you take reduced damage. No idea how much it'd be. If it was something like 50%, then that'd be pretty effective to stick front. Because the thing you've got to consider in this game is when you're actually targeting, like if this giant mech uses an AoE art, or an art that's hit directly in front of you and they're aggroed onto the tanks, which is what you want, then actually staying close to them is a bad thing. But if you're actually getting damage reduction whilst staying next to them, that's not as bad of a thing. One thing that concerned me was Uni had said it was an AoE heal, which means you might have to be within range to be healed by it, which would be interesting. Never mind, the target icon is just above the enemy. Yeah, I thought for a moment it was going to be the fact that they were aggroed, because you saw I saw the blue line. If you see in a moment, this blue line jumps up onto Lands. But I think that's just to show that she's now aggroed onto Lands. But yeah, you'll have to decide which is worth it. No man target icon is just above the enemy. There's a huge nerf before things like heal round would heal. Yeah, like if I go to the clip, I've got to try and find where it was. Here. Group heal. Not a very unique name, but AoE/heal. So I kind of just get, it gives me the vibe that you've got to be within range of the AoE effect for this to actually do anything. Lands and Mio defensive, so they are giving this buff to others. Yeah. It could be good if the battle system is more positioning focused. I mean, I think it will be. That's the thing that they did in Xenoblade 1, and the fact that we've got dodging now might suggest that it still is. Because, I mean, the thing that I wanted was for you, kind of like Dark Souls, to have to dodge the animation of attack to not take damage. That might not be the case, so this dodge effect might be to quickly reposition for some reason, but I wouldn't see why you'd have that instead of the dodge function. To the left of their icons, and the others have other icons for attack boost. Yeah, but oops. Yeah, but what I mean is there's no circle or ring. Let's try and find.
And test your mettle against my lance.
Help with fighting!
So you can see the circles again here. So Mio, who is over here, is the only one not in the circles. Oh, Xeon isn't either. Oh, well, Xeon's a tank. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Oh, so you can really stack up damage reduction by staying in the area of effect. Uni's there. Uni looks just to be outside of it. out of it, outside of it as well. But you've got Noah with 2 buffs, which could be 2 stacks of it. You have an attack up buff there, which is this. So this is an attack buff. Oh, there are red rings. Ah, there are red rings there, aren't there? So staying close to your allies is actually going to give them buffs. I don't think dodge fit Xenoblade. It would be too easy just to avoid damage rather than engage the combat system. Didn't it look like the attack got cancelled and not evaded? Yeah, but I believe they were attacking lands at the time anyway, so that could have just been a block. Tanks can get damage reduction when standing in other tanks' area. Yeah, that's what it looks like, considering that that's the effect when 2 tanks are close to each other. You've also got the attack up buff though, which is this arrow, which Uni appears to be in the area of. Lance is wielding the sword and is there. Uni is out of range of all of them other than the attack boost, I think, and Mio is out of the range of all of them. So I'd guess that, because it seems a little weird to me that you'd have offense and defense giving a buff and then green support not giving anything. I kind of get the vibe that the green support might amplify the effect. So, I mean, I can't see any green circles. I'm thinking this is going to be something in like the skill tree. Like in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, how you've got the skill tree for like Rex and Morag and such. I think this will be a buff that you get from this skill tree. So it's very possible that they've activated it for the offense and defensive characters, but haven't activated it for them. In that main image, it looks like Uni is wearing Tyon's clothes, just like Noah does in the trailer. Yeah, and you can see Uni's clothes there because that's Tyon there. So this is what I mean. Uni's going to be wielding, you can even see the arm a tiny bit. You can swap the weapons of each of the party members, and it looks like they'll also change their outfits along to sync up. Because in this particular circumstance, this is Noah. We're wielding Lanza's giant sword. No, sorry. This is Lance wielding it. That's Noah. I keep getting myself confused, but that's Lance wielding the giant sword. Uni there. Xeon, who... I guess we'll have to see if we can change these guys' outfits around. Maybe a green support could be constant healing. Yeah, that'd work. Although that could be really powerful as well. It seems like the attack up circle is much larger than the damage reduce circle. It does as well, yeah. Which makes a bit of sense. In terms of doing that. I'm still really curious about what all this is. I mean, that's obviously... I'm going to get me switch out. That's obviously A, Y, X. So that's obviously those buttons on the side for the arts where these are. So these are going to be... So clicking left will likely activate that. Are these just extra arts? Okay, one second. Ground beat, sword strike, air slash. I am going to very quickly just get that. And I'm gonna put that into my Photoshop. I'm just gonna paste it in. Let's have a quick look with the Noah combat. Are those the same arts? Ground beat, sword strike, edge thrust. So I think, are these different? These are different. Glow ring, wide slash, evade. Nothing on the bottom again. There are also 3 extra icons surrounding the X button. X button? What? This one? What do you mean, that and the fusion? Fusion ZR, which I'm presuming is that, which fits into the interlink, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. You can see here, for instance, that there's no attack field circle. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be something that's going to be in like that. So I think it's going to be the same in Xenoblade 2 for these arts, where you're going to have 4, you can swap out one of them. What? Game is 15 gigs. Don't know if that was there before. I haven't seen that, no, but that's interesting. I mean, I can go back to that other shot. Oh, hang on, are these fusing together?
I've never used this.
Right. What's this line? I wonder what the tactics options does. I think it's going to be things like your commands. You press ZL and you can tell your allies to engage or to come to you or to do so and so. Like you can just give basically your AI orders. Check. Okay. I'm going to press play in a moment. Check the art and check the line that flows in the middle of them.
Test your metal against my lance.
There. And there.
I've never used this.
So... Okay. So I think you do get more art. I think you can have a total of 6. If the Ouroboros system is all about fusion, there could be other gameplay elements about fusing things too. Very true. They merged into a bone-looking thing. It's like an electric flow. I say electric flow. It's just like a weird wave flow. But there is definitely... We're fighting. Sorry. By pressing S, use both of them at the same time.
I've never used this kind of blade.
I don't think he uses both of them at the same time. Or maybe he does. Maybe that's an effect. What, to buff each art? I mean, that'd be interesting, actually, if you can have extra bonus effects. Hang on, no, because that art recharges... Okay, so that's a special healing ring field regenerate. Okay, so you've got circles and squares. Oh, could be. Maybe you'll be able to actually control someone. That's a good idea. And the others will have access to those 7th party members all the time, or just for certain battles. I reckon we'll have them all the time. Like Riku and Manana and these. I think you'll have access to them all the time. The only thing I'm unsure about at the moment is whether or not you can have all of them active at once, for instance. Because I'm unsure whether you're going to be... I'm not worried, because if this is the direction they want to go, this is the direction they want to go, and that's fine. But I am concerned that only Noah, Mio, Uni, Tyon, Lance, and Senna have to be in the party at all times. I hope that we're going to be able to take them out of the party. I mean, it could be an end game thing. You might beat the final boss and it might be like, congratulations, you can now disengage any of the party members that you want and you can make your own parties. So you can have all of the side characters in if you want to and only play with them and do something along the lines of that. So that's very possible. Ouroboros is a dragon that has its tail in its mouth to keep the world in balance. Perhaps this represents Cubit and Agnes needing to work together. Well, you mentioned that I'm... Where's the clip of Melia? There.
Henceforth, all orders...
This, to me, looks like Agnes Tech. It looks like Ion, but it looks like Agnes Tech. and it has both sides illuminated. The Kivas side, which is the blue, and the Agnes side, which is the green. Now, what's slightly worrying is the fact that there is a slight... The blue seems to be a bit stronger than the green at the moment, but not sure if that actually has anything. At 42 seconds, seems the arrow up logo stands for evasion up instead of attack up. Yeah, I did notice actually that... Yeah. That's going up, but I can't actually see. Okay, there. So Tyon, Senna, and Mio. So Lance is over there with his tank circle. Mio is here with her circle. I reckon this could just be an ability of Tyon's. This computer that keeps track of which side of the war is winning. Yeah, that would be my best guess also, just to actually see the flow of it all. But the fact that Melly is standing in front of it is a little bit... The arrow up seems like a generic buff icon used for any buff, maybe, although... Yeah, I agree. If they can make it... So if they can do the defensive thing for that, do the same thing for the sword. Because I'm fine with a generic arrow icon going up and saying evasion up and maybe accuracy up and so. But like your main three, like if each one of these are going to have their own area of effect buff, then at least on the side of the screen represent that you've got the symbols already in game. So for the attack buff, just use that. For the defense buff like they do, just use that. You already have a sword icon on the art, so it's already easy. Yeah, you've got that. I was more thinking the ones, because this matches that. This defense icon matches this defense icon. So have that sword icon match these arrows. Like, I don't know, I think that would be really simple for them to do. I don't know why they haven't done that. Fusion is ready here. Okay, hang on. We're playing as lands. Okay. I don't know. I wanted to say that this pink bar is what you want to use for fusion, but Mio's the only one with it filled up even slightly. But fusion looks like it's activatable. You've also got a weird sword symbol here, which means something. Yeah, they say this goes the exact same way. Actually, you know what? These may just be placeholders for now. These may just be placeholders because you've got Ether Defense down with its own symbol and something else here. So these may just be placeholder symbols for now. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if that's something they were doing. I literally just woke up and saw the trailer. Holy shit. Yeah, well, good morning. I think it's EXP. I think the green bar's EXP. Considering that they're all virtually at the same point, and that's something that I could expect from an EXP bar. And I'd at least expect, I know this is something like where they would have been able to manipulate it. Like if there's like the yin system where you can level up and level down, then they will have probably used that for these gameplay clips and such. So having 0 EXP in that sense would make sense. But you wouldn't get Mio unless you can only play as Mio. Just to have that. It's quite a shock. ZR fusion might be different to the Ouroboros fusion. The Ouroboros symbol is in the left. Could have something to do with that. Yeah, but this is an interlink. This is something completely different. And I'm pretty confident in saying
and then they were
that this is what you press to activate it. Because I'm pretty sure that's the way it looks. Maybe not. I don't know. I can't see what they're actually button. Oh shoot! I missed a new Xenoblade 3 trailer. Yes. There's been a new there's been a new trailer. Hello, but it's hard to tell. It is very hard to tell actually. There's a symbol in this box, for instance. Not there. That's chain attacks. There's a symbol in this box, or what appears to be a symbol in this box, in this particular clip, but there isn't one here. Something I'm interested in is what the fusion looks like. What's all from gear? Something I'm interested in is that the fusion looks like what's all from Gears, but also like the Arias tech from X. Oh, let's not do more connections. Also, really big mech over in the background here that I'm just noticing. Lance also has an exclamation mark above his head. He is on low health. So maybe that's like an alert system to be like, hey, alert that you're in danger. You're on low health, but I don't know. Look at the difference, though, in terms of health bars. You've got a tiny bit left. We've got 879 health, and you've got 560 still in the yellow. The sword symbol seems to be implying attack characters fusion. Everything else to everything else. I guess the fusion will be the overdrive of this game. Yeah. Looks like it, and you get to use your arts. Then you've got the interlink, which fills up.
Let's get stuck in.
Yeah, will do.
So you can
Isn't
take
let's
that
get stuck in
form via
a
strong desire,
Rhine line from Xenoblade 1? What's this mechs? The same mech. What's this collisions art? Typhoon. Oh. Okay, so you can cancel early if you want to. Typhoon Field, AoE, area heal on hit, Raptor Raid, AoE, accuracy down, evasion down, and Ether Collider, interlink level 3 days all. I mean, I like this. I like that you've got to build up your interlink and that this top art will only do so much. I don't think the time limit's not tied to this, but I think this could be a time limit. Oh! Art cancelling's back, boys! Art cancelling's back! That's an art cancel symbol. For sure. I wonder what the up arrow above the X art means. I don't know, that's been there the entire time. Why does the bottom not have a pink circle? I think that's because it's being used. Yeah. Click the wrong thing. So if I go back... So I'm pretty sure that's because that's the art that's being selected after your art cancelling and going through with this as you're attacking this Arden. So that's why you've got the pink circle. That's the symbol, that's the animation that'll occur when you select an art. Now, whether or not it's always going to be pink for... Because I feel like it's pink because it's uni and it's the colour of this Ouroboros. I don't... Are we going to call them Ouroboroses? That's going to get really annoying to constantly be saying, oh, this is this Ouroboros, this is that Ouroboros, this is Ouroboros. That wasn't actually that bad, actually. I really thought it'd stutter. Yeah. Okay, this is how we see debuffs as well. So somehow this enemy seems to have an AoE break. And transforming does not remove debuffs, or does not prevent debuffs. Meaning that these can probably still get toppled. So you probably can't use this to get out of things like topple days and such. Saying Ouroboros more that I did as well. I thought Ouroboros was just going to be the name of a group, but it's the name of an actual thing. The only thing I'm unsure about is if it's going to refer to him, because he looks mega. He He's really interesting to look at. And he's also got these... Those are similar to the thing that's in the Dark Knight's chest. Actually, these orbs. Xenoblade X connection. It's funny that the Tyon turns into a pink hill. they did... like...
Hold on. Are we?
This one's kind of... I'm not literally saying like gender neutral. But you've got like the long hair. Like obviously it's a lot more tied into Noah with the swords, but I think you can have two. So that's where Mio's impact of it comes in from. But that's very like gender neutral one. This one, I'd argue this is a lot more masculine.
You can take that form via a strong desire.
And then this one is definitely a lot more feminine. To me, that's a lot more masculine, that's a lot more feminine, and that's really just neutral. It's been released in July instead of September. Yeah, an earlier release date. So it's coming out earlier than what they said. So it has literally chucked all of my plans out of... I was making a video. I was making a video on why Cross's name shouldn't be called Cross from Xenoblade X. But I've got to scrap that video now as well. So I haven't got to scrap it. I've just got to put it on hold for a little bit. But I'm hoping this will do for now in terms of like a breakdown on the trailer. I mean, we've gone through everything. Or most things. Let's just play once more and just see if we catch anything else.
There you are! You monsters!
Cut it out! We're your friends here! Did they order you to destroy Ouroboros too?
The world, our enemy.
Even though we're being chased by both nations at once.
There's a reason we met. There has to be.
That's why!
Let's go!
What is that thing?
You've got a real death wish.
Now, kids, you share a common destiny.
I felt her thoughts. There were so many. And then they were a part of me.
How are you inside me? Hold on. Are we?
Let's get stuck in!
Yeah, will do.
So you can take that form via a strong desire or emotion.
Henceforth, all orders are rescinded. Eliminate Ouroboros at all costs.
That is my revenge. It's payback for Nimue dying with her wish unfulfilled.
It's a wild ride, this passage of fate. We got ourselves a nice little awakening.
Why is my name on here?
My way demands we fight. Come then, and test your mettle against my lance.
Nanana, help with fighting!
I've never used this kind of blade before. But all the techniques I can use with it are flashing before my eyes.
The only thing that can change all this is the will of Ouroboros. You kids, and you alone.
Not that I have all that much time to spare. But soon.
Finding a path that lets us all live. I will make that my mission.
So many.
So I think there was a few things. Let's have a look. Did you already talk about who that woman from the start could be? We've talked about a lot of things. We can obviously go back over anything now because we've got a few quite new, few new people in. I don't know, but all I can recognize is that she's a member of the Kivas Nation because she is shown here when those two mechs are fighting. One thing that I did notice, which I didn't pick up on earlier when we we're going through the voice lines,
All orders are rescinded. Eliminate Ouroboros at
is
all
this.
costs.
That is my revenge. It's payback for Nimue dying with her wish unfulfilled.
So I treated those two as two different lines before. Those are both. I mean, we don't have confirmed voice actors, or unless they've been published elsewhere, we don't have confirmed voice actors yet. But assuming that this is Tyon's voice actor, these two lines are both Tyon.
That is my revenge. It's payback for Nimue dying with her wish unfulfilled.
Because I thought initially it was this guy that was saying it. I'm thinking that, oh, this is a guy that knows Nimue and this is all this. This is something to do with Tyon, I think. So yeah. That really seems like, to me, they sound like the same character. That's what I mean. They both sound like it's from on the first time I've just gone through it, I've analysed it as if it was that guy that was shown in the trailer that was saying it. I don't think it is actually. It's Tyon, isn't it? So Tyon is getting revenge for someone called Nimue. So I think that's going to be a big deal. You also get the there's going to be a shit between these two. I thought she was going to get shafted, but I don't think she is actually. I don't know. I'm looking at Tyon a lot differently as well now. Okay. Is there a dash? There is a sort of dash. I mean, if you're talking dash in terms of Xenoblade X sprinting, then no, they haven't shown that yet. But they've shown this sort of dash, like evasion dodging. Which, what's the effect on the enemy? Because someone said that they staggered them. Yeah, that's a block. But I don't see any miss, because like it says missed there. I didn't see anything miss on here. So I think that was just to move out of the way. This song has definitely engaged the enemy 3. It sounds amazing. I love them. The music is really good. That's what I was focusing on. I think the Evil Ouroboros sounds a bit like Vandam 2. You know, I was actually thinking the same thing.
What is that thing?
You've got a real death wish.
Now, kids.
Yeah, because Vandam's on the side of Ouroboros.
Common destiny.
I felt her
Because he says it around here.
for my eyes.
Yeah.
The only thing that can change all this is the will of Ouroboros.
Yep.
You kids and you alone.
So this
Both nations at once.
could...
There's a reason we met.
That could be Vandam. That could genuinely be Vandam the first time that we meet him. Fused with somebody. But I do think that sounds like them. The red glowing eye could be like Fiora's glowing eyes while she had Mainith inside of her. Very... Oh, if it is, because I wanted Mainith to come back and that'd been like, that'd be another prediction I got right, but we'll see. Less bothered about what is actually the case and more bothered about me being right, yeah. I think the Evil Ouroboros sounds a bit like Vandam. That's a good thing. Lance says one of Varan's iconic lines. Now it's Lance time. We'll see if we're going to get stuff like that. Melia, you will be stopped. Wait a minute. The helmet on the Titan/Uni design is directly from X, the female version of Casca design Grenader skills for skills. Are you talking about the fusion?
So you can take that form via a strong desire or emotion.
Yeah, it is. It's the Casca one, isn't it? That's the Casca version. But I don't know if that's actually going to have any significance in actually connecting the two together. That could just be a design choice. High-res book texture. I can't wait for the unfunny persona memes from the look of the chain attacks. Sister, they sound like the same character. Got here late. Any theories on the female blade they fight? Is it a blade? I don't think she is a blade. She's on the Kivas side. So I think she's a human.
Come then, and test your mettle against my lance. The way demands we fight.
Because he's the blade. I'm pretty confident to say that this is what blades are going to be like in this game. With the fact that they're going to have their elements really prominent.
Come then, and test your mettle against...
Granted, I don't know what this sword is, but I just feel like she's going to be the Kivas side, considering that she's in a mech. So, yeah, I think dashing will make combat more sick. Agreed. It's good to know it's not just me. Yeah, they sound definitely very similar. Maybe that thing is how we meet Van 2 and it ends up being how we get the power with him training us. Agreed. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. Yeah, that's going to be our first encounter with Van Damme. Yeah, something along the lines of that. Maybe Van Damme initially appears as the Ouroboros to stop the party fighting each other. Kind of the vibe that I'm getting as well, because that's the... From what I've gathered, is the purpose of those two. Now I'm a help with fighting. That line's going to play over and over again. We need Galea closure. Why are we calling the fusions Ouroboros? Because they are... That's literally what they're officially known as. As you progress through Ionios, customize your party by changing character cursors to a situation at hand. If certain conditions are met during battle, each of the tag team pairs, now Mio, Lanz and Sana, Uni and Tyon, can combine into a giant form called Ouroboros. So that is why we're calling it Ouroboros, because that is literally its name. Where was I? Now Lan said, let's get stuck in the trailer. I don't know, but it's funny. Choco / Mechanic design the X-Mechs and the Ouroboros. Very possible. That lance will be mine. It says that on the official Nintendo UK site for Xenoblade 3, yeah. There's also... Let me try and find the Japanese one. I had to go through a massive rabbit hole to find it initially. Is this it? This is it. Ooh, so the trailer... That's cool. Background music on. Really? Oh, that's sick. We'll just listen to some tunes. Fusions, there's a movie. They've got the official release. They've got both trailers. Hang on one moment. Why can't I translate it to English? Okay, it can't because it's actual text that's on like that. Bear with me one moment and I can do translate via my phone. I just seen it. I'm on holiday, so I can't stay up long. It looks amazing. No worries, enjoy your holiday, but you're missing out. Japanese one has all the cool stuff, yeah. We'll have a read through. The text is probably an image file. That's what I'm thinking, because Google Translate doesn't, so I'm just getting Google Translate on my phone, and then I can take a photo and read it. I'm going to translate it, patience. My phone just needs to reinstall. Does anyone else's Apple phone do this now? Mine just uninstalls an application if I haven't used it for a little bit. Okay. Translate would like to access the camera. Go ahead. The 3 fusions that from Xenoblade, so that's this bit. This says 2 nations in conflict and belong to each 6 boys and girls. So keep in mind it is Google Translate, so it's not going to be the best translations. It's not going to be super accurate. Okay. Existence of real enemy and in the world where you live. Soldiers. Oh. So I think there's a bit more. Existence of real enemy and the truth of the world in which you live. Soldiers from two. I've got to move it further back because I've zoomed in so I can read it. Oops. Existence of the real enemy and confirm the truth of the world in which he lives. Soldiers from two hostile countries hold hands. A story of life that connects the past and the future. Praise the English! Now we know Ouroboros is not the real enemy, so who? Yeah, no idea. Xenoblade, I'm assuming that's Chronicles. Oh, Form Xenoblade 3. This is the characters, so I can go in and have a look at the characters. Oh, cool. The world, the interlink, the arts. Okay. That reads through as 3 matches. I don't know the difference of yen, but those are the prices. Release date Friday the 29th of July 2022. That's the boxed edition. That's the download. Product information, Xenoblade 3. That's the collector's edition, of course, because that says what it says there. Set content. Notice Xenoblade 3 is the target software for 2 deals. Okay. So let's have a look. So let's start from the top. And what's the 3 fusions? Fusion, Dawn fusions, 2 fusions. Oh, so this is... No, this text is not updating. It's just Google Translate is updating whenever the colour changes. But it either reads Horn Fusion or 2 fusions. And then this text down at the bottom. In this world, the Xenoblade series so far, elements can be found everywhere. Oh, hang on. Oh. It's just pointing out the sword and the... and that. Connects past the future connected. Maybe the real enemy has their own Ouroboros form. Shipping fusion, there's a new relationship chart. I'll have a look at that in a moment. Volve is fused. No, we'll do it. World fusion. The stage of this work, Ionios, where the 2 worlds with different characteristics meet. Kivus with advanced mechanical technology. Agnes, who is good at magical technology. Ether is highlighted, but we know it's not magic. The 2 countries are hostile and in conflict. And then I'm assuming, nope, there's no link there. And you've got this awesome concept art with interlink. So that's what the name of the actual thing is going to be. Is going to be interlink. The world's confused. The people confused. Is there anything else they want to fuse? Character is fused. Noah and his friends fused, interlinked in the wake of a certain event and become a giant called Ouroboros. And then that just says enter in battle on the side. Holy dude, the art. I need that in my life. There is nothing to translate there. Dude. These look sick. Okay, this is talking about how arts work. Because this is Mia with Lanza's sword the entire time. Okay. Attacker. Defender. Skill is fused. The character is the target during... See, my phone's camera is broken, so it's got to be zoomed in to a little bit to actually be clear for it to read it. Skill is fused. There are various ways in which the character is good at turning around during the battle. There is a classification called class. Classes can be replaced as the ties with friends deepen. Okay, so it sounds like it's a thing that's tied to affinity. So as you build more affinity, you'll be able to change between the classes. The technique arts that can be used for each class is different, and by learning various classes of arts, you will be able to play classes of art at the same time. Let me read that again. The technique arts that can be used for each class is different, and by learning various classes of arts, you will be able to play multiple classes of art at the same time. Yeah, basically Aegis Slash is a good way to sort of put it. So I wonder if you shift, that you can have different arts from different classes at the same time. Maybe Noah's weapon isn't a super special sword this time then, if everyone can use it. Well, no, it's got this neat thing which you can draw out the blade of it, so I think there's still going to be something significant to it. That's how X combat works. Kinda, yeah, it's not how X's combat works exactly with the classes system, but it is similar. There's a lot of inspiration from that. Also, I'm sorry to everybody, I've misled you all. It doesn't look like you can put lands in a skirt, because the bottom halves don't seem to change. I know, I'm disappointed as well. we all wanted lands in the skirt. What's the movie? Is it the movie just the new trailer? Yeah. Yeah, so movie's just the new trailer. Okay. That's really interesting. I'm probably going to record just a video on this, updating everybody, for those who weren't able to catch the stream. Which is good, because you're getting all this information earlier. Cross-desert dressing has its limits. Right, so if I click this... Oh! Okay, then. Oh, they've played us. It just says Queen of Kivas and Queen of Agnes on either side, so they're still not confirming who it is yet. In terms of in their little boxes. A nation... Okay, so that's just saying the same thing as before, about saying that they're ether-based, that they're mechanical-based. That's just the name Agnes Kivas, and that just says hostile. Okay. Former Kivas army. So these guys are all former Kivas army. Interesting. So Riku and Manana are actually from different sides of the army as well, from different sides of the war. Interesting. And her name is Ethel? E-T-H-E-L is how that's translated out at. Okay. Not translated on Twitter, no, I'm translating it. So I'm translating it through this. That looks like there's a lot of info. So the people in the Xenoblade were made all entirely of ether, and the Xenoblade special in controlling ether. Maybe that's something to do with the intellect it comes from, maybe. So what's the Japanese website? At least we know the Queen of Nations. Maybe Riku and Manana have an Ouroboros form too. Considering that they're one character, I don't think that's how it's going to work. But she is Colony 4 military chief, known as Silver Ethel. And this word here is monster. So what I think is that saying is that she thinks that they're monsters. This top word here is faithful enemy. This red top one. Form a Kivas army, a cooperative relationship where the lives of both nations are targeted. It looks like the same kid. Oh god! So you remember when? So if any of you have seen my Lands video, my predictions on who Lands is, there's a traumatic event which I said was something that happened in the past. And I brought up a few different possibilities, one of which is that they've met this side of the party before when they were younger. This text above Noah, so Noah going to Mio, says it looks like the same kid. So these two have met when they were younger. The Mio text says sharp insight. It also says, by the way, all these center ones are just the same thing. It just says fusion, because they can obviously fuse together. So no, Riku and Manana can't fuse together because there's that's not there. I'm trying to just get this bit of Noah and Ethel. The past that helped me when I was a child, it's a companion wasn't. So that's these two bits of dialogue. So the top bit is the past that helped me when I was a child. So that's there. So Noah helped her. And it's a companion, wasn't it? So that's why they were like, don't you remember us? Because they did know her, presumably. Okay, what about this guy? What's this guy's name? So the guy on the right, the flame guy, who you can't see because he's under the webcam, is called Cam Navi, and he is the Colony Delta military chief, known as Kuroren no Cam Navi. The warrior I heard in the rumor is the link here. So Mio has only heard of him as a warrior, which is interesting. And it just says here Mio and then Okaburito. I can't actually pronounce it, but that's the translation of Offseer. Okay, let's have a quick read through. Upon is the hair side, Riku and Manana have the most epic Noppon art yet. Prezion, it's their destiny, yeah. I think the Colony 4 person sees the group as monsters. They kind of look like fog beasts as the two Noppon in the vision look normal. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it's either that they're referring to that because they looked like monsters, or she thinks that now they can fuse their monsters. They're my two guesses. Eventually we'll get even Colony 97 or something. It seems like Noppon can't interlink, not unlike Tora, unable to awaken blades. True. I guess that's true. Noppon just don't get fancy abilities, not that they need them. Okay. Lands says... Lands, and he can never pronounce his name right. Heavy guard, and the stuff here is... I can't read it. I'm worried about my delicate personality with Lands to Senna. I'm going to hit you from the front. Senna to Lands, okay. And Senna says... That word just says broken. Oh, I hope not. That's really sad. Okay, Uni. For a moment, this translates to Dick Gunner, but it's corrected itself now to Medic Gunner. And Tyon reads... Tyon Tactician. This top one. I'm calm and can't read my emotions. You need to tie on. I'm good at anything. Which is tie on to uni, I believe. So tie on's going to be... I mean, that makes him sound really confident, which is fair. We'll see who this guy is in a moment, because these two have a link. And there's a link to Senna as well, to the group. And then Riku. In charge... Oh, not one of the Kivas. Army in charge of mechanics. Okay, so he sounds a bit like a mechanic. And Manana is in charge of cooking. Agnes Army Noppon. So she's in charge of cooking. He's in charge of, like, he's a mechanic. Okay, top one. It's unbelievable to throw a pot and ride on it. So that's a pot. Okay. When it comes to gemstones, you can't see the surroundings. Okay. Interesting. This guy on the right-hand side, his name is Isurugi. Colony Lambda, military chief. Agnes's best strategist. Okay. Why attack do you do it is tie on to him. And his subordinate. So these two are related in one way or another. And the red text is... This is revenge. Okay, so this is revenge onto there. So it seems like she's going to have a problem with this side. He's going to have a problem with this side. I'm supposed to be doing homework today, not nerding out over Xenoblade Chronicles 3. No worries, Elementary. Thanks for stopping by. I'll have a video on this, to be fair. Tora made his own blade and arrives the Aegis Empire. Yeah, it might just get distracted by gems and shiny things. Okay, so the Riku to Noah text is, no matter how much you repair it, it will break. Okay. And... Manana will also fight to Mio. Okay. So, what's the Vandam's name? No! His name is... Guernica Vandam. Spelt Guerinica. Vandam. And it's Vandam in terms of the old style. I can't wait to spend all the day watching breakdown videos. Well, this is mine, and this is just going to be up as a video left on my channel afterwards. Hence the reason I'm streaming it now, so I can work on other stuff afterwards. This guy is known as Mysterious Giant. His text here is... Suddenly appeared and attacked Noah and the others. And this Vandam's text is... The real enemy is different. Aim for the land where the big sword stands out. So yeah, he wants you to go to Sword March. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to have to do a full... I'm going to have to make a full video on this. Is that what we clicked? Yeah, that's what we clicked. This is what we clicked before, which takes us to this page where we just scroll down and everything. Isn't it? Yes. Guernica Vandam, yeah. It's a pity that I can't translate it for you here. But it's really... He has a first name. But we can't zoom in, unfortunately. There's another gameplay video on the page with all the Ouroboros forms. Well, this one, is this a different video? It is. Level 0. This bar's just filling up more and more. Caution. And that's the end of it. Okay. So we don't get to see what happens at the end of that bar. Is it that button? Is that what they press? No, I don't think so. Here you've got Riku and Manana, though, still again. There's a lot of voice lines. Let's just make this full screen. It's not the best quality, this video. But this gives you, again, a better idea that this game will be true open world. Considering this, the battle theme, yeah. Should we just have a listen to the battle theme? Guys. What's that? Oh, you can't see. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you're having to miss out. That's the Bionis' horn. I'm sure. Is it earlier when you actually see it in its full size? Yep. I'm certain that's the Bionis' form. It looks identical, yeah. You've got a hand there, so that's where we could see earlier. You've got some sort of Keyvis unit down here. Hands all level 23. Graphics look really nice, how they're floating around. And in the hand of the Mechonis in the background. Yeah, you can see 2 fingers. Maybe even 3? I don't know. That also looks like That looks a bit like Gormott over there in the background. This area looks very unique. This is exactly what I wanted. This is the type of thing that I wanted, where it's not just the old areas. We're getting new areas. This looks, for the most part, completely original. I mean, it might not be. This could be supposed to be, say, okay, let me pick an area. This could be Gao Plain. Call it Gao Plain, okay? But because of all the battle that's gone off, you don't even recognize it, but we'll just see one thing that makes it look like that. Guayaquil is a town that was destroyed in the Spanish Civil War via aerial bombings and is known today as the symbolic city of peace. Interesting. How far from the Bionis? They will determine how open world the game is. They look really far from the Bionis. It looks like you've got to go all the way down here. And keep in mind, just off screen to the right, considering that this is that distant fingertip clip, right? That's where we were there. So you can see where they were. The Urian Titan is over here on the right-hand side. So Uriah's over there. The sword wasn't in that shot, but if the sword is near it, like in the artwork, that's over to the right as well. I don't think we would have been able to see this area, in fairness. But yeah. This area from Torna. Is that the place which burnt down? Which in that case, yeah. But I don't think we're going to get any areas from Torna. Torna's supposed to have been dead, gone, broken, destroyed. So I don't think we're going to get anywhere from Torna. Where did you find the gameplay? What, this clip of gameplay? This is on the Japanese website. I'm gonna link that in my Discord. I'm just gonna put that. I'll put it in my announcements for now. Just as a link straight to this website. So if you're in my Discord, which is linked into the display, that trailer was gorgeous. The trailer's amazing. Let's watch it once more. The trailer's incredible. I'm actually blown away by the quality of it. It is incredible. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to play it through once more, and I think I'm going to call it a day for now in terms of breakdown for the stream. I think we've spotted all the bits and pieces for now that we could and analysed as much as possible. I'm going to get to making a video on that website and going through all that information. So hopefully breaking it down and seeing if I come up with anything else. But yeah, this is looking, this game's looking good. That's all I can say. Who is Xeon? Xeon's going to be one of the party members that's coming through in this game.
There you are.
Oh hang on. I'm still half speed. Apologies.
You monsters.
Yeah, so she referred to us as monsters before, and that's where it's clearly coming from.
We're your friends here.
The fog clearly is having some effect.
Enemy.
Even though we're being chased by both nations at once.
There's a reason we met. There has to be.
That's why.
Let's go. Come here. I got something for you.
Yeah, art cancelling.
What is that thing?
You've got a real death wish.
I don't think she should be killed.
Now, kids.
Party member would be cool because she's nice.
I felt her thoughts.
But I don't think she'll be killed. I think she'll be saved, if anything.
How are you inside me? Hold on.
Are we?
There's sparks in me yet.
Hang in there, you're a gang.
Come here.
Mimi!
Let's get stuck in.
Yeah, will do.
So you can take that form via a strong desire.
No, art cancelling's really easy. Art cancelling is literally just clicking an art right as the last hit goes off to cut off the lag of the art.
That is my revenge. It's payback for Nimue dying with her wish unfulfilled.
It's a wild ride, this passage of fate. We got ourselves a nice little awakening.
Why is my name on here?
My way demands we fight. Come then, and test your mettle against my lance.
Minetta, help with fighting!
Hammer is useful now.
I've never used this kind of blade before, but all the techniques I can use with it are flashing before my eyes.
The only thing that can change all this is the will of Ouroboros. You kids, and you alone.
Not that I have all that much time to spare, but soon.
Finding a path that lets us all live. I will make that my mission.
And it's coming earlier! And this art book looks amazing! Dude. So excited. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to try and get as much done on this as possible, as quickly as possible, so that there'll be lots of stuff. So I will want to add, if anyone's commented over the last, like, not long... Huh? Yeah, someone's linked to it, fortunately. Okay. Forget about that. Yeah, I might not be responding to comments for a little while, but yeah. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for checking out the stream. If any of you have only just joined or joined part of the way through, I'd recommend watching the start of the stream, because we went through and we broke down a lot of the things at the beginning, even if it's just for half an hour. Nice to meet you too. It's good to see you all. Thank you all for tuning in, checking out. Yeah, I've got a lot of work to do. Ciao.